September 2022. Highway outside Dallas, dashcam rolling. A black Corvette hits 120 miles per hour. The officer accelerates to follow. The taillights glow red as the gap closes. Then they cut. Complete darkness. The car is still moving at over 100 miles per hour, but the cruiser can't see anything. Just empty pavement lit by headlights. 30 seconds of searching. The radio crackles. Visual contact lost. The pursuit ends with the officer alone on an empty highway. The driver calls himself RlySlo. No face, no name, just a helmet and years of footage that should have landed him in prison. Other street racers with viral content end up in handcuffs. RlySlo has been posting for years and he's still out there. Still anonymous, still untouchable. Who is RlySlo? How does he operate? And how is he different from everyone else who tried this and lost everything? Nobody knows his name. Nobody's seen his face. Every appearance, every video, he wears a full helmet. Voice processed. No identifying details. Just the car and the word quiet stenciled across the quarter panel. The anonymity isn't paranoia, it's survival. The moment you attach a real identity to this content, every clip becomes evidence. Every post becomes a felony charge waiting to happen. RlySlo understood this from the beginning. The car is the star. The legend exists independent of any person. And that's exactly why law enforcement has been watching for years without making an arrest. The C7 Corvette itself is deliberate. Everything blacked out, black paint, black wheels, black badges, no chrome, no bright colors, no sponsor stickers. The only marking is that single word on the rear quarter panel. At night, the car blends into darkness better than almost anything on the road. And when your entire strategy depends on disappearing, visibility is your enemy. But the real signature isn't the paint. It's what happens when the lights cut. The tactic is simple. The execution makes it legendary. Dark road, no streetlights, the Corvette moving fast, then every light cuts. Headlights, taillights, running lights, everything goes black. The car is still doing 100 plus, but visually, it ceases to exist. Pursuing officers lose a visual contact immediately. That September 2022 clip made the tactic famous. Someone leaked dashcam footage. Once it hit the internet, it spread everywhere. The video showed exactly what police deal with. The Corvette pulls away. The officer follows. Then darkness. The cruiser's headlights illuminate empty road. No taillights, no reflections. The officer searches for 30 seconds, then the radio call. Visual contact lost. That's the moment people couldn't stop watching. The moment the legend solidified. The Corvette that vanishes. But here's what makes it worse for law enforcement. RlySlo films from inside the car using night vision and thermal imaging. Green-tinted roads, heat signatures, military-grade equipment that turns complete darkness into tactical advantage. Most departments have pursuit policies. When a chase becomes too dangerous, officers are required to terminate. A car going dark at 100 miles per hour triggers those policies immediately. Continuing the pursuit risks lives, so they back off. Not because the car escaped, because policy says the risk isn't worth it. RlySlo didn't just build a fast car, he built a scenario where the system protects him. Make the pursuit too dangerous, and law enforcement has to let you go. That's understanding the rules better than they do. The night vision footage became his signature. Roads filmed in complete darkness, the speedometer climbing past 140. The viewer watching from the perspective of someone who turned felony evasion into performance art. Who is he? The rumors have circulated for years, amateur investigators combing through metadata, someone claiming his real name is Parker Jones. Every few months, a new theory surfaces. None of them have stuck. RlySlo addressed this in an April 2024 interview on the Street Alpha podcast. No face shown. Voice heavily processed. He talked about the noise, said people have been trying to identify him since the content started going viral, said the speculation doesn't matter because the operational security has never failed. And it hasn't. Not once, no confirmed identity, no leaked information, no traffic stop that ended with an officer getting ID. The anonymity has held completely. But the interview revealed something more important than his identity. It revealed his mindset. He chose the C7 Corvette for practical reasons. It's affordable compared to exotics. Parts are available everywhere. The LT1 engine platform handles serious power without disintegrating. And when you're building a car that might need to disappear quickly, reliability matters more than having the absolute best performance platform. The build itself took years. Twin-turbo setup pushing 1,200 wheel horsepower, forged internals to handle boost, custom exhaust manifolds, front-mounted intercooler, upgraded fuel system, tuning that took months to get right. This wasn't bolt-on parts from a catalog. This was precision engineering to make that kind of power reliable enough to use on the street. But he didn't talk about the car like most builders talk about builds. No bragging about dyno numbers. No chest puffing about quarter-mile times. He talked about it like infrastructure. The car is a tool. The power is necessary because the tactic requires speed. The night vision is necessary because the tactic requires darkness. Everything serves the goal of staying ahead and staying anonymous. The way he described it, the entire operation is risk management. Every decision filters through one question. Does this increase the chance of getting identified? If yes, don't do it. If no, proceed carefully. That's why there are no car meets, no public appearances without the helmet, no collaborations that would require revealing identity, no Instagram posts showing identifiable locations. Every piece of content is scrubbed of metadata before posting. Every interaction is filtered through layers of protection. He's not a street racer who happens to be careful. He's someone who studied how people get caught and engineered solutions for every failure point. The question people keep asking is why? Why take this level of risk? Why build something that generates constant law enforcement attention? Why not just race legally or keep the car private? He didn't answer that directly in the interview, but the content suggests the answer. The legend is the point, the mystery is the brand, and the fact that he's still untouchable after years of viral footage is what makes it work. RlySlo built something most street racers never think about. He monetized the legend. QUIET Racing Club launched as merchandise tied to the car, black hoodies with QUIET printed across the chest, hats with minimal branding, vanity plates reading QPTW, Quiet Plate the World. The aesthetics match the car exactly. No bright colors, no loud graphics, just black on black with subtle references. Drops are announced through cryptic Instagram posts, a date, a time. No other details. When inventory goes live, it sells out in hours, sometimes minutes for limited items. The scarcity isn't artificial marketing. Production runs are genuinely small to maintain quality and keep exclusivity real. But here's the genius part. The business exists independently of new content. The existing footage created the legend. The legend sustains the brand. Even if he never posts another evasion clip, the streetwear continues generating income. That separation is critical for legal protection. If prosecutors ever build a case, they'd have a harder time arguing ongoing criminal activity when the business model doesn't require new illegal content. He even collaborated with other underground brands. Ghost Racing, a motorcycle-focused operation, partnered with QUIET Racing Club. The QPTW vanity plates started appearing on vehicles across the country. Not just Corvettes, trucks, motorcycles, imports, anything modified. The brand transcended the single car and became a movement. Exact revenue figures aren't public, but limited drops that consistently sell out suggest real money. This isn't hobby income. This is sustainable business built from a legend that started with one viral clip of a car disappearing into darkness. And that's the separation that matters. RlySlo, the driver, might be committing felonies. Need a QUIET Racing Club. The business is completely legal. Selling t-shirts isn't a crime even if they reference something illegal. That gap is protective insulation. Now let's get to the hunt. In Texas, evading arrest in a vehicle is a state jail felony. Minimum 180 days, maximum 2 years, with fines up to $10,000. If someone gets injured during pursuit, it escalates to a third-degree felony with 2 to 10 years. And thanks to legislation passed in 2023, law enforcement can seize vehicles involved in street racing or evasion immediately. No conviction required, just probable cause. That's the sword hanging over every post that RlySlo makes. One confirmed incident, one identification, and the car gets seized. The content becomes evidence. The anonymity collapses. But here's the protection most people miss. The clips might not be real pursuits. The footage could be staged on private property with cooperative participants. Without police reports confirming specific incidents, verification is impossible. That ambiguity is part of the defense strategy. Prosecutors need to prove specific criminal acts. Viral footage alone isn't enough if you can't connect it to documented incidents and an identified defendant. The C7 usually runs without visible plates, sometimes fake plates, sometimes just an empty frame. Driving without registration is a misdemeanor in Texas, but not the kind that triggers major investigations. It's a ticket, not a manhunt. The serious charges only come when you add evading arrest, reckless endangerment, or organized criminal activity. And that's where the operational security matters. As long as there's no name attached to the helmet, prosecutors have nothing. They can't charge someone they can't identify. The car exists, the footage exists, but proving who's driving requires catching him during a traffic stop or surveillance that connects the driver to a real person. Neither has happened. The hunt isn't dramatic. There's no federal task force, no wanted posters, but police in Texas know about the content. When a black C7 with quiet markings appears, officers understand what they're dealing with, and they're watching, waiting for the moment when the ghost becomes a person and the legend becomes a case file. Technology keeps improving. License plate readers track patterns across multiple camera systems. Helicopters with thermal imaging make darkness less protective. Coordinated pursuit tactics evolve. The tactic works now. It might not work forever, but so far the operational security has held. And as long as it does, RlySlo remains what he's always been: a helmet, a car, and footage that law enforcement can't ignore but can't prosecute. March 2024, Charlotte, North Carolina. Carlos Clark was driving his black C7 Corvette Z06 when police attempted a traffic stop. Clark hit the patrol vehicle and fled. When officers caught up, they found over 100 pounds of marijuana, 4 firearms, including an AK-47, and nearly $2,000 in cash. He was charged with felony eluding, assault with a deadly weapon, and trafficking. His car was seized as evidence. Clark had been posting evasion footage for months under the handle at the stolen Z06. High-speed runs on public highways. No license plate, just a frame reading "will run." Law enforcement watched every single post. When detectives from Charlotte-Mecklenburg's Operation Scarlet determined the vehicle wasn't actually stolen, they shifted focus to apprehending the driver. His own content became the evidence they needed. This wasn't even his first arrest. He'd been charged with felonious eluding in May 2023, posted $20,000 bond the same day, and went right back to posting content. The second arrest was different: drugs, guns, assault charges. That's the kind of case that puts someone away for years. Here's the first separation between Clark and RlySlo. Clark showed everything: drugs, weapons, activities that turn traffic violations into organized crime charges. RlySlo's content stays focused exclusively on driving: fast, illegal, dangerous driving, but just driving. That distinction matters when prosecutors decide whether to dedicate resources to a case. The second separation is identity. Carlos Clark's face was public, his name was public, his address became public when police executed the search warrant. Once law enforcement knew who he was, building a case was straightforward. Match the social media accounts to the person, match the person to the vehicle, match the vehicle to documented pursuits. Case closed. RlySlo has no public identity. The handle connects to a person nobody can verify. The car exists, the footage exists, but proving who's driving requires identification during a traffic stop, surveillance that ties the driver to a real person or someone giving him up. None of that has happened. That's not luck, that's calculated protection built into every aspect of how he operates. The third separation is the business model. Clark's following came entirely from evasion content. When the arrest stopped the content, the following had no purpose. RlySlo built Quiet Racing Club before the viral footage peaked. The brand exists independently. Even if he never posts another clip, the existing legend sustains the business. That's the difference between monetizing the activity and monetizing the mystique. Carlos Clark posted $20,000 bond after his first arrest and went back to posting. Then came the second arrest. Everything stopped. Clark faces years in prison if convicted. His content provided the evidence against him. The video clips, the social media posts, the pattern of behavior, all documented, all admissible in court. That's what failure looks like in this world. One mistake, one moment where operational security fails, and everything collapses. The C7 sits somewhere in Texas, 1,200 horsepower. Black paint, quiet stenciled on the quarter panel, ready to vanish into darkness the moment lights hit the mirrors. The driver wears his helmet, the footage keeps coming, the business keeps running, and law enforcement keeps watching. This isn't a story about someone who's untouchable. It's a story about someone who's managed to stay ahead by understanding that anonymity is the only protection that works when your content documents potentially illegal activity. Every layer of operational security is a point of failure waiting to happen. Someone close could identify him. Surveillance could track the car to a specific address. A traffic stop could happen before he can flee. The legal framework is clear. Evading arrest in Texas is a felony. If RlySlo gets identified and connected to documented pursuit incidents, charges follow. The difference between him and Carlos Clark isn't that what he does is legal. It's that he's maintained complete separation between the anonymous driver and any identifiable person. That separation holds until one layer fails. The question isn't whether something will eventually break. The question is what breaks first. The operational security, the pursuit policies, the technology gap, the relationships. Something always breaks. That's how these stories end. But until then, the Corvette stays invisible. The driver stays anonymous, and the ghost mode clips keep showing what happens when you understand the rules better than the people enforcing them. 3 years of viral footage, millions of views, 0 arrests. That's not luck. That's someone who studied every case of street racers who got caught and engineered solutions for every failure point. Someone who turned felony evasion into a brand and managed to separate the business from the risk. Is it genius or borrowed time running out? The hunt continues. Both sides understand the dynamics. Both sides know eventually something changes. And when it does, we'll all find out whether the legend was real or just carefully edited footage from private property. Until then, the ghost keeps driving. Drop your thoughts below. Is this calculated genius that lasts or borrowed time running out? Hit subscribe for more videos like this.